When disaster strikes, panic kills more people than the actual emergency. Most people think panic is just an emotional reaction, but it's actually a physiological response that can be controlled if you know the right techniques. There's a specific breathing method that can stop panic instantly and restore clear thinking, even in the most terrifying situations. I'm talking about tactical breathing, a technique used by military personnel, first responders, and elite operators to maintain performance under extreme stress. While everyone else is losing their minds, the people who know this technique can think clearly, make good decisions, and take effective action. Let me explain how this works. When you're faced with a life-threatening situation, your body's natural response is to flood your system with stress hormones. Your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, and your thinking becomes clouded by fear. This is the fight or flight response, and while it might help you run from a tiger, it's terrible for making complex decisions in modern emergencies. But here's what most people don't know. You can override this response using specific breathing techniques. When you control your breathing, you control your heart rate. When you control your heart rate, you control your stress response. When you control your stress response, you can think clearly even in the most chaotic situations. The technique is simple but incredibly powerful. You breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. This pattern slows your heart rate, reduces stress hormones, and activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system responsible for calm, clear thinking. This is exactly what I teach in When All Hell Breaks Loose, stuff you need to survive when disaster strikes. You'll learn not just this breathing technique, but also other stress management methods that can keep you calm and focused when everything around you is falling apart. You'll learn how to maintain emotional control, how to think strategically under pressure, and how to make good decisions when the stakes are highest. But here's where it gets really interesting. Tactical breathing isn't just about staying calm, it's about maintaining peak performance under stress. When you're breathing properly, you're not just avoiding panic, you're actually optimizing your brain function for better decision making, faster reaction times, and more accurate assessment of threats and opportunities. Think about it this way. In a survival situation, your mental state is just as important as your physical condition. You can have all the right gear and all the right skills, but if you're panicking, you won't be able to use them effectively. The survivors understand that mental control is the foundation of all other survival skills. The truth is, most people have never learned how to control their stress response. They've never practiced staying calm under pressure, and they've never developed the mental tools needed to maintain clear thinking in crisis situations. When disaster strikes, they're at the mercy of their own panic. Here's what you need to understand about stress management. It's not just about feeling better, it's about performing better. When you can control your stress response, you can think more clearly, react more quickly, and make better decisions. You can assess situations more accurately, identify opportunities more effectively, and respond to threats more appropriately. Most survival guides focus on physical skills and ignore the mental aspects of survival. They teach you how to start a fire, but they don't teach you how to stay calm when you're trying to start that fire with shaking hands and a racing heart. They teach you how to find water, but they don't teach you how to think clearly when you're dehydrated and panicking. The key is understanding that your mental state affects everything else. When you're calm and focused, every other skill becomes more effective. When you're panicking, even the simplest tasks become impossible. Don't wait until disaster strikes to learn how to control your stress response. Get When All Hell Breaks Loose and learn the breathing techniques and stress management methods that could save your life when panic threatens to overwhelm you. Because the truth is, in a survival situation, the person who stays calm is the person who survives.